What's up, Internet? Here we are, once again at the Elite Four, proving that we are, in fact, the very best, like no one ever was. I'm gonna make some noise with my mouse just to make sure I'm actually recording audio. I'm coming off of recording something for Twitch. Go check out my Twitch page, although it would be a Gundam Breaker video. Pretty exciting. Anyway, here we are, fighting the Elite Four, and this is probably the one part of this game I was genuinely worried about, because the Elite Four are akin to the gym leaders, okay? They're very high-level enemies, but they do have one large thing you can exploit, and that's that they typically only use one or two specific elements, which means if you have a strongly built team to exploit that, you're fine. Except that unlike the gym leaders, which you could, heal up afterwards, we can't really do that with these guys. So we're going to see how well this works. Now this is Lorelei, and she tends to focus on ice, but a lot of ice types also happen to be water. So we're going to try and bring Static Cling in first, and try and get a leg up on the competition. But this is a pretty scary chunk of the game, because this is the final challenge. It's designed to be really difficult, but because this is Gen 1 Pokemon, it's mostly difficult in the sense that they just over-level your opponent. And that means that we might be well and truly in trouble. Okay, Static Cling, let's see what you can do. Now, the nice thing about Static Cling is being Jolteon, it is tied, part of a three-way tie for the fastest monster in the game. However, if we can't take our opponents out quickly, that's a problem. And I think the Elite Four, and I mentioned this earlier, is the Elite Four and, well, what happens after the Elite Four. This is why nowadays there is a focus on building Pokemon around taking out your opponent in one shot. And that's because they're so high level that if you don't take them out in one shot, they'll usually take you out in one shot. Now, Cloyster is a water type, so I'm not really scared. But again, if we don't take them out quickly, things could snowball very, very quickly. And the sad thing is, this is the easy part of the challenge. Now, if this doesn't work out as well as I'd like it to, we do have the legendary birds at our disposal. I don't really want to use them, but I'd also like to not have to sit here and grind forever, because I don't have time for that. I mean, I'm literally recording this hours before this is going live, because I've been so far behind with stuff. But so far this is going great. We don't have any ethers, which could be an issue, but if we don't have trouble for the next little while... Okay, Jinx is actually an ice type, so we're going to use Flammy, because as an ice type it's weak to fire, and Jinx is not a water type, it's a psychic type. Now, one of the biggest issues about ice, however, is if you get frozen, the only way out of it is to be hit with a fire attack, and seeing as your opponent is entirely made of ice, because Ice Trainer, yeah, we don't have that luxury. Now, fortunately, we just burned Jinx, so we should be okay. I think I'm just gonna... Flammy's down. Crap. Now, see, we basically had a level advantage, or a type advantage against that, but that did not exactly do us all that much good. I guess we'll use Saitama and try and Fire Punch her down, because really we don't have a lot of other options, and see, this is pretty scary because of that. Now, we're paralyzed, which makes this a lot more awkward than it should be. The nice thing is, Jinx is burned, so we can use that to our advantage, but that paralysis is gonna kill Saitama. If you're paralyzed... Okay, there we go. That paralyzing effect will probably come back to bite us later, but Lapras. Now Lapras, once again, water type. So Static Cling has got this. But this is, it's just a large gauntlet match of very scary trainers because they have a lot of levels on you. And it's going to get a lot worse before it gets a lot better. In the sense that it's not going to get worse, or it's not going to get better, but it's going to get a lot worse. Okay, that's one down. And the nice thing is, if we lose poorly enough to these guys, we'll have to go back through them all. But the nice thing is we can still heal up in between that. But we'll have to refight them. But we get experience. And this is pretty much where you have to grind. Which is kind of scary because these are hard fights. Now this is Bruno, and if I recall, he uses rock types as well as fighting types. Because he starts with a rock type, I think he starts with an Onyx, so I'm going to hedge my bets and use Lagi as a start. Now the nice thing is we have revives and we have full restores, but we still have to get through all of them. And if this goes as sideways as I kind of think it is, I'll probably end up having to grind a little bit on these guys, so I'll cut that. But yeah, these guys are they're the big final challenge for a reason, because they have levels on you, and that's about it. It's kind of weird though, because that's literally the sole reason they're so feared, is just because they've got strong leveled monsters, but they're very, very easy if you understand that they all have basically one element. Okay, Hitmonchan. I'm going to swap to Zephyr, simply because flying. But I remembered that he started with an Onyx, so I was pretty sure if I started with a water type that would work to our advantage, and it did, thankfully. Oh, that was lucky. Thunder Punch, that's a scary move. Okay. What's your next monster? Hitmonlee. Okay, we're gonna use flying again. High jump kick. Oh, he's got level and damage, but I've got typing. Can I survive? Oh, crits. Not very effective, but it one-shots you. Not good. Okay, I guess we'll use Bryant. Let's try Earthquake. Oh god. See, and here's where things start to get really, really bad for us really, really quickly. Now again, we got restorative items, I could use them, but using them in battle's a little bit risky because you kind of end up using one and another critical hit. Welcome to the Elite Four. Okay, Static. You've got speed on this guy. I know you do. And stab. Onyx. Okay, that's Lagi's domain once again. See, we're only on the second one, and they've already pretty much completely dismantled our team. And it's not because they have element or strategy, it's just that they're higher level than us. Although if they do stupid moves like that, we're okay. So there is a certain level of safety in the fact that it's still the dumb AI, but that dumb AI can still usually one-shot you. Alright, Lagi leveled. Nice. Okay, Machamp. Brian's down. I guess we're going with Static Cling. Also, Machamp looks dumb. It looks like it's made of a bunch of amorphous blobs. I don't want to use Thunderbolt, but I kind of don't have a lot of options. Crap. For what it's worth, Static Cling is holding its own against a monster that's over 10 levels above it. That's not too bad, but that's also because he used a stupid attack. Okay, so that's 2 down. Okay, so that's Bruno. Now this is Agatha, who, given the room, would make you think she's the ghost type, but she's actually poison. Her monsters just also happen to be ghosts half the time. I didn't want to use these this early, crap. But like I said, I can power level my team if I really want to. I think I'm gonna leave Zephyr down for the moment. Do I have a better healing item that's not a full restore? Because I'd really like to save that. No, I can't. Okay. I'll use Secret Key. They don't tell you this, but it's the secret to defeating all the bosses in the Elite Four. They're all one-hit weak to Secret Key. Okay, See, I know she uses Ghost, so Saitama's probably not going to be that good. I think Poison's weak to ground. Now that said, we have Bryant, who's a pretty strong ground user. Also, she had a thing for Professor Oak. If you're following the anime, the manga, which you should be, these people are all evil. And they want to destroy the world. And that's their arc. They're not actually, like, basically just Pokemon trainers who exist to test your abilities. They're just evil. Withdrew anger. A Golbat! Oh. That's not fair. Fortunately, I can take out Golbat myself. Oh, God. And here's where things get worse and worse and worse and worse. Don't be confused. Don't be confused. Yes! Alright. Alright, and we got a critical hit. Karma for all the crits we just took in that last fight. Okay, now again, she should be using mostly ground, mostly poison, which should be affected by ground, so even these ghosts should be pretty weak to Earthquake. Now, Dream Eater's a dangerous attack if you're asleep, but again, we have the Poke Flute, so even if we were asleep, it really wouldn't do anything to us, making it a useless move. And each of these Elite Fours tend to have at least one useless move on every monster, or very situational, so... But this entire fight is Brian's. Alright, Haunter. Nightshade. Don't kill me, 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 don't kill me. Okay. Now kill him, kill him, kill him. Well, it's a ghost, it's already dead, but you know what I mean. Okay, Arbok. With its big flamey chest with a smiley face on it. I'm faster than Arbok. That's surprising, given the level difference. I didn't realize Arbok was that slow. Really good I took him out in one shot, though. Nice work, Bryant. And Gengar once again. Oh, that's gonna be scary. Oh, level 60. Come on, survive. Okay, now, depending on whether or not this takes Gengar out... Oh, it did. That was so lucky. I was gonna say, I'm gonna have to spend the next turn healing Bryant, but I guess not. Okay, so that's how you take out an Elite Four member without things getting completely messed up. Okay. So far our team building skills seem to be working pretty well. Again, I think Zephyr and Saitama can probably just sit this one out, because I don't think it's going to be all that great. Because this is Lance, owner and proprietor of all the dragon moves ever, and by all the dragon moves, I mean all one of them. I should have swapped monsters. Crap. Okay, so we're going into this less than ideally, but we'll see how we can do this, because this is going to end poorly for us. We should have started with Static Cling, because I think he starts with a Gyarados, which is still water. Yep. That was... Well, we still have electricity. Problem is we're going to miss. Oh, and that's not good. That's bad. That's exceptionally bad. Okay. Okay, we're gonna swap to static cling. But we really want to keep Bryant up. Because Bryant has ice attacks, which are probably the closest thing to an effective attack against dragons, which isn't much, but nice. Okay, these quick levels, I'm not minding. I quite enjoy this. Okay, Dragonair. No. We'll see what we can do with this. I think we're gonna swap out and try and... I really don't want to use this max revive right now, but we'll use it on Bryant. And then if anything, oh, Hyper Beam. Still, that gives us a free turn. That's a very dangerous attack, but it does give us a free turn we have to consider. And that turn I'm gonna swap Bryant in. Now we can use Ice Beam. And we missed. Okay, that's not good. If it keeps using Agility, it'll use Hyper Beam again. And if it uses Hyper Beam, Bryant's back down. I was really hoping that would have froze you. Still, that should take you down, so all those Agilities aren't going to matter. Okay, another Dragonair. Again, still should probably just use Ice. I'm kind of surprised how fast Bryant is relative to these guys. I would have thought they'd have been a lot faster, still. Yeah, if you keep using Agility, that doesn't hurt my feelings. These are free kills for me. Okay, that's another one. Aerodactyl, once again, weak to ice. Or weak-ish. But has Hyper Beam. Crap. Don't die, Bryant. Don't die, don't die, don't die, don't die. Okay, you survived that. And you get a free turn, so that should take Aerodactyl down. I think. It'll be close. Oh. Bite. That'll take him out, though. Oh, it didn't. I'm surprised. Oh, flinch. Okay. Fair enough. I think it's time we use our dragon. I say that because Logi has Blizzard. Although that might stop me pretty quick. And here's where things go sideways really critical hit quickly. Okay. New plan. I don't care how little damage it does, it should be enough. Okay. Dragonite. Crap. Let's see what Flammy can do. Because I think what we're going to have to do is we're going to end up having to basically end up having to... Oh, good. Good. Barrier. This is not exactly good. If you burned, though, that would be fantastic. Okay, so the problem is it's significantly higher level than us. So we're going to try and revive Bryant and make use of his Ice Beam, because that's basically where we're at this point. Critical. Okay. Yeah, this has gone all kinds of bad. Barrier could give us an advantage, though. And if we froze him, that would just be spectacular. Oh, come on. Please, for the love of God, don't miss. Yes! Okay. Now that was really scary. Okay, so that's the Elite Four. That's all 4 of them. Awesome. Except that's not all of them, because, surprise, there's actually 5 of them. And guess what? It's Fafimon. And remember how I said Fafimon's a terrible Pokemon trainer? And that he can only be good by over-leveling? Well, he's even higher level than the rest of these assholes. Well, time to use all these, I guess. Yeah, so this is scary, because those guys, they were easily 10 levels above us. Fafimon's about 20. So we're really gonna have to rely on doing a lot of damage and doing it fast, because he's gonna make things really bad for us. The nice thing is we got plenty of full restores, but the bad news is we'll probably get put into a situation where we can't use them. Now, I don't know what he starts with. I genuinely don't. So I'm gonna roll the dice and just use Static Cling just because he's faster and higher level than the rest of these guys. That's my opening move. And if this goes bad, I don't know. I have one other idea maybe, but it's definitely a gamble. Although, in his defense, Fafimon's the only trainer who actually uses monsters of every other type, so he's at least kind of got a varied up team. I just don't know what he starts with. Pidgeot. Okay, so starting with an electric type, not a bad opening gambit. And I get first move, so that might take you out. I'm really hoping it does. Now we get to the point where I point out that we don't have many more electric moves. Let's try a quick attack, because I'd like to keep that, because I know he's got that Blastoise. Okay, that should be his Pidgeot. Okay. Pin Missile. That might actually work. We'll get rid of Double Team. See, Pin Missile is a bug attack. And I know what you're thinking, why would you ever want to use a bug attack? Well, you're about to use Alakazam, who happens to be allergic to bug. And the thing is, I didn't have any plan as to how to fight Alakazam, but if I can do something that does super effective damage, I'm not going to turn it down. And honestly, with his levels, he's going to one-shot us anyway. And he can do that, but if he's going to one-shot us anyways, we're not going to be able to get a double team off. So, in the long run, it's not smart to do this, but we don't exactly have much else to deal with other than this guy. But the problem is, Pin Missile is one of those attacks that hits X number of times, where the value of X is kind of random. Rhydon. Okay. Rhydon's rock, so here's where Logi comes in. How much higher level are you? Oh god. Okay. Let's see what we can do, Logi. Surf? You're faster than him. That's genuinely surprising. I'm not going to turn that damage down. I'm going to be quite proud I managed to do that to him. Arcanine. Okay, we'll keep Logi out for Surf. I'm honestly kind of a little bit shaky right now. Like, literally, I'm shaking just because I know how dangerous this fight is, especially at our level. Like, let me give you a frame of reference. For the hell of it, I went to GameFAQs just for laughs to see what their guides say about this. They suggest you be level 75 for this fight. So, well, first of all, you shouldn't be, but GameFAQs writer is very clearly of the Fafimon school of over-level to kill everything. But this is a scary fight, so it's not necessarily a bad idea. Okay, he's fire. I could use Flammy and take the damage resistance. I guess that would probably be our best bet. We'll use Dig because it's ground. And that might be enough to take him down. Yep, okay. Nice work, Flammy. Executor. Okay, we'll keep Flammy out. Whew. Okay, yeah, I'm shaking. I'm, like, genuinely really nervous about this fight. And Fire Blast is not an accurate attack. Oh, that's bad. But you got the Polka Flute, but it also means that he gets a free attack on us either way. Maybe he'll pick something not dumb. Okay. Oh. Yeah, missed. That was what we didn't want to happen. I think now's the time for a full restore. Because we're not going to survive another stomp. Okay. We have no fire attacks left. Ground's not going to do much. We'll use Body Slam and hope. Yeah. Oh! That's advantageous, though. Oh. Now, Barrage is an attack that, well, it hits random number of times. Part of me really wants to use Dig just because I'll get that turn of not getting hit, but at the same time... Oh, nope, Flammy's down. Crap. Nice work, partner. Okay, let's go Static Cling. Because I got no better plans than this. Pin Missile? Bugs eat plants, maybe? Huh. I'm genuinely surprised that was... Oh, right, he's Psychic. Duh. I am dumb. Alright, now, we've got our Blastoise killer out on the field. I'll remind you, we only have one Thunderbolt. Now... Oh, so close. Oh, and he gets paralyzed. We may have had this fight in our pocket. I'm gonna use Pin Missile. It's not gonna do a lot, but it's gonna hit a few times. Withdraw's going to increase his defense. It's not going to matter to Pin Missile, though, because we're already doing basically no damage. Oh, Hydro Pump. He's got stabs. That's going to take me out. I know it. Oh, that was deadly. Okay, let's try Quick Attack, because it seems about as equally effective. Survive. That's how you freaking do that, people! And we just proved that we are, emphatically, the best like no one ever was. Oh, first try, that was really stressful. Given my luck with this game, I was fully prepared to basically get wiped on Lance. I'm genuinely surprised how much trouble Bruno gave me from just how many crits I got off him, but... Excuse me. That was really, really stressful. But we are the league champion! Hooray for us! Oh, who cares what you want, Fafimon? You're an asshole. And you aided terrorists, and you were a jerk to us, and you're a jerk to your own grandfather, and you defaced a sign to make fun of us. I'm not sure if I actually caught footage of that, though. And you're just a terrible Pokemon trainer. But, in your defense... You do have a good, fair, well-rounded team. And depending on what you start with, you change it, which means you're at least a very smart trainer in that regard. You're just very, very bad at what you do. Yeah, See, my monsters I trust and love, and they're awesome. And you suck. So suck it, Faffymon. Now we have to go prove that we are the best by registering in the Hall of Fame. Yep, I'm the champ. I am the best, like no one ever was. Nice work, Static Cling. You proved that EVs aren't useless and changed my view of them. Just most of them. You were awesome. Legaia Chris, Loggy, you are awesome. You are a dragon, which means you're awesome. Wish you got more use out of it. Flammy, you are my one true partner. You are amazing. Thank you for all your hard work. Bryant, you were with me pretty much from the beginning. And you adapted, and you could take out things you were weak to. You were an amazingly powerful warrior. Saitama, you are the true one-punch man. You got taken out with one punch. Pretty much every time, but you still tried your best. Zephyr, you've been with me for a long time, buddy, and you did it. You're a Hall of Fame champion, just like me. Let's see our Pokemon Pokedex rating. I can get an item finder, but I won't. And now, we get to see the staff roll. Thank you, Satoshi Tajiri, for your awesome game. Even though it was improved upon by leaps and bounds later on. Ken Sujimori, designer of Pokemon from the start. I'm pretty sure he still does it today. He's excellent. I don't know many of these other people, though. But, yeah, this was a big part of my childhood, and I got to relive it as part of a birthday present to myself during the probably worst birthday of my life, during one of the worst years of my life, but this was a lot of fun. I got to retrace my steps all the way from Pallet Town to the Pokemon League Hall of Fame to prove that my team and I, the monsters I picked because I loved them, not because they're statistically the best or anything, were the very best like no one ever was. So you can take your EVs and your IVs and cram them, because very clearly these are the best monsters, the ones I took with me, and they're all mine. But that said, thank you, Satoru Iwata, may you rest in peace. We still have one more thing to do. Whatever happened to Super Mario Club? I saw their name on a lot of video games. I immediately think of Chameleon Twist, which I have not played since I was like 5. Wow. But that is the end. Except it's not. We still have one more trial to prove that we are, in fact, the very best. Like no one ever was. And seeing as this only took up half an hour when I thought I would actually have to do a bunch of grinding and cut around video and stuff, let's go do it. We have one last mission ahead of us. Because we caught all the other legendaries and explored all the other hidden nooks and crannies, there's still one we have to go to. And it's going to be kind of scary, actually. I want to go this way, and we have to deposit a monster. And I feel like if we're going to deposit any one monster from our team, it's got to be Saitama. Sorry, man. Okay, oh, we need to withdraw a monster, of course. I'm pretty sure we need to withdraw a monster anyway. Anyway, we will withdraw our old friend, Jiggle Jim, for one last adventure. We're gonna need his luck. Let's heal up. We might need to swing by the the shop, because they've got something important we need. I'm not sure if they even stock it, I hope so. I'm not taking detours, but we might need something specific. Because I know this where we're going next is kind of a pain in the ass. Do you sell them? Whoops. Also, we get a lot of money for being the lead for repels. Yes, I will be buying all of the repels you have, because we're going to need them. Actually, I think this is more than enough, but there's not really a reason not to at this point, because there's nothing else for us to buy. I will take my 23 polka dollars, because 23 is my lucky number. Actually, I don't believe in any sort of luck. If I did, I would probably spiral into a massively depressed void of hopelessness because my luck is so terrible. So that cave over there, that used to have a guy in front of it. It doesn't anymore. We're gonna go explore it. Because that's what we do. Because we are the best like no one ever was. Excuse me, Nougat Bridge. Yeah, the Team Rocket recruiter's gone. Actually, I probably noticed that long before. Hey look, it's an Oddish. I don't care. Bye. Now we have to get Loggy to surf. Because we're gonna go explore the, what is it, Unknown Cave or Cerulean Cave? It's one of those things. Now once again, it's not like we need Flash or anything. Golbat. This is actually where you run into the highest leveled wild monsters. And I actually thought they'd be around level 60. But that said, I'd still very much like to use these repels, so we're going to move them up here because I have a feeling we're going to have to go through a few of them. Okay. Now if I recall, this dungeon is designed in such a way that it is basically, you take the longest, most non-circuitous path to get to where you want to go in this game. So we don't want any of this crap. We're just going to take the longest route imaginable, which would take us here. I will point out we had a repel on. I don't know why that happened. I think they tell you if repel wears off. Let's see. Can I use another one? Yep. Guess I'm going to have to use one every like 30 steps. Repels are garbage. Hey, it's right on. Get out of here, you shitty knockoff not Nidoking. No one likes you. Oh, dear lord. Hey, Venomoth. Now again, you're not what we're here for, so go away. You don't need to level anymore. Now, I gotta try to remember this path, because this is the annoying room in this place. I hate this freaking dungeon. It's not because there's like puzzles or anything, it's just there's this one room that is just an obnoxious maze. It's not confusing, it's just time consuming to get through. Because again, you have to take the longest, most non-circuitous path. I'm actually genuinely surprised Kadabra's here. I mean, I know you can't run into Alakazam because it's a trade-only monster, but still, I'm kind of surprised it's in the random monster pool. Oh my god, I have repels on, go away. Gen 1 Pokemon, people. Goodbye. Okay, I'm gonna go this way. What? Are we not just here? Oh god, yeah, we were just here, which means I did something horribly wrong, I think. Or I don't remember this place half as well as I'd like. Ah, we gotta go this way. Right. Like I said, longest path ever. Oh, okay, now the repel's worn off. I wonder if these stack. There, we just use like 6. Hopefully that'll keep them away from us, but of course it won't. Because this is Gen 1 Pokemon, where everything has to be done the hard way. Alright, so this is where we wanted to go, rather. Okay, now. Okay, Electrode's legit scary because it has the fastest potential speed along with Jolteon, so it could potentially outspeed Jolteon if we got into a fight, and it can self-destruct. Hence, taking... Dodrio. I think there's a place out in wild grass you can run into Dodrio, but it's really rare. That's one of those few bird types you don't see, because normally you just see Spearow, Pharaoh, and all the Pidgeys. But Dodrio seemed kind of underutilized, and maybe it's just because it naturally appears later in the game. I'm going to go south, and I'm going to go left. Just because that seems like the longest possible dumb path this game could take. Let's run away. Nope. Let's try this path. Because again, this dungeon likes dumb pathing. And high encounter rates with monsters that will splatter you. Now granted, you have to defeat the Elite Four to get here, so theoretically you should be able to fight things this level, but still, it's not like the game makes it easy for you. Huh. Okay, I guess these things don't stack. Because if it did, it would have taken significantly longer than that. Noted. Run away. Hey, Raichu. That's a new one. Level 64. Okay, now see, that's kind of what I was expecting to run into. That makes running away real tough, because, of course, the ability to run is calculated based on numbers relative to your level and your opponent's level. If their level's higher than yours, you have a significantly lower chance of running, which makes things really dangerous. But, you know, we persevere, because we are the best, like no one ever was. Kind of surprised Marowak's here. I'm pretty sure in that really balls-awful maze room you can run into Chansey, but only that room. God, this encounter rate. And also the least effective repels in history. Back in your day, you youngins, repels actually kept monsters away from you. In this one, it's really more of a suggestion than anything. It makes you feel better. You use it and it says, you use repels. And then you're like, Pokemon won't run into me, but they still do. And it's really just a placebo type thing. Really clever. Clever work, game. Clever work. Run away. Ditto. Not a lot of places you can run into Ditto. But you're not what I'm here for either. You mostly useless blob. Because you can't breed in this game, therefore Ditto has no value because you can only use it to fight. And fighting with a Ditto is not what you use Dittos for. I did know someone who trained a level 100 Ditto in this game, and I have no idea why they bothered, but they did it. I guess it was a monster they just liked, and you know, that's how I fight. I pick the monsters I like. Run, run, run! Parasect. Let's go, Staticling. I'm losing my voice. After that huge Gundam live stream I just did, I'm really wiped. Still, you know, this has gone significantly better than I thought it would. And I'm glad, but I think part of that's just because we had a really good team. That's what we're here for. The final challenge. The very best Pokemon like no one ever was. Kind of like every monster in our team, except that it's not in our team. It is the ultimate challenge. It says Mew, but it sure as hell ain't. It's Mewtwo. The big boss of this game, the highest level wild monster you can run into, and it has Recover, which means catching this guy is a complete bastard. It also looks kind of like Mewtwo X, which is why I like Mewtwo X so much, because it reminds me of old school Mew. But this is by far the hardest monster in the game to catch. It's a huge, huge endeavor to catch. It's a fight for the ages, and I have a Master Ball, so it doesn't matter. Sorry if you wanted an actual fight out of that, but welcome to Pokemon Gen 1. There's no reason not to use your Master Ball on Mewtwo, unless you use it on one of the birds, but there's really no point. Like, that's just kind of how weirdly balanced this game is. There's nothing to entice you to use your Master Ball on anything else. What shall we name him? I know. We shall name him... We shall name him Very Best. Because that's what he is. Statistically, anyway. But that said, we don't always fight with statistics. That's just not how we roll. And that's how you catch Mewtwo. Now, the thing about that is, that's the last thing you need to do in this game. I mean, you could complete your Pokedex, but there's very little enticement. There's very little to entice you to do that. Thank you, brain. But that said, we have now done all of the hidden areas in this game. We've beaten the Elite Four, we've finished the story. We have improved emphatically that, as his name is, we are the very best, like no one ever was. And as such, there's only one thing left to do for us. We go back to where it all began. We talk to the man who started it all. Well, the one that isn't me, anyway. And we see what he thinks of us. $133 seen, 32 owned. We are exactly 17 monsters short of seeing them all. 18 if you include Mew. And his rating has not changed, and we're not getting that item fighter because we don't need it. I want to point out that before us, there was a Pokemon trainer named Ash. Said Pokemon trainer had caught 40 monsters in 50 hours. In half that time, we have gotten 3/4, 75% of the monsters they caught, raised a champion team, and proved that we are in fact the very best, like no one ever was. And now that Repel's effects have worn off, all we have to do is go back to our room and take a well-deserved, well-earned nap. Or rather, we're going to play our SNES. But it is time to go. We have gone through this Pokemon adventure, my Pokemon adventure, your Pokemon adventure, certainly not Phaffymon's Pokemon adventure, although he had one of his own and I'm sure it sucked. Although he did help some terrorists, so if nothing else, it was kind of interesting. But that's the end of this playthrough. I'm not sure where to go from here. It started as a birthday present to myself to make me feel a little less old, acquiring a game I've long since had taken away from me. I guess I'll take a few weeks off, but I'd like to do another Let's Play. If you've got suggestions, I'd be happy to hear them. I don't have Gen 2 Pokemon, unfortunately. If anyone has a copy they want to donate to the show, I'd be happy to take it off your hands, but I'm not sure what I'll do. Maybe I'll see if there's a cheap copy of Pokemon Silver on eBay or something, but if you got suggestions, you know, feel free to let me know. But this has been my Pokemon adventure, reliving my childhood, and once again proving that I'm the very best like no one ever was, and I hope you enjoyed this journey of growth and learning and often getting poisoned because I'm like the least lucky human being on the planet. But ultimately, despite that luck, I prove that luck is no match for the friendship you make with your Pokemon. Because you can truly overcome all obstacles if you have that friendship in your heart and the spirit to win. But until next time, I'll see you then. Peace out, Internet.